On a quiet, seemingly ordinary evening, the fabric of a small town was torn apart by an event so chilling it would leave a permanent scar on the nation's conscience. This isn't just a story. It's a haunting reminder of how quickly normalcy can vanish, replaced by a cold, creeping dread. Tonight, we delve into the abduction that held the country in its grip, a tale of innocence lost and a community's desperate search for answers. It all began on a street just like any other, under the soft glow of suburban streetlights. A young girl, full of life and laughter, was walking home. It was a route she had taken 100 times before, a path of familiarity and safety. But on this night, that safety proved to be an illusion. In a matter of moments, she was gone, vanished without a trace. The only things left behind were an eerie silence and the beginning of a nightmare for her family. The initial hours were a blur of confusion and rising panic. A missing person report was filed, but as the clock ticked mercilessly onward, the grim reality began to set in. This wasn't a case of a teenager running late. This was something far more sinister. The local police launched an immediate investigation, canvassing the neighborhood, interviewing potential witnesses, and desperately searching for any clue, any thread that might lead them to her. But the perpetrator was like a ghost, leaving behind no footprints, no witnesses, no immediate leads. The lack of information was terrifying, creating a vacuum that was quickly filled by fear and speculation. As news of the abduction spread, it ignited a firestorm of media attention. Headlines screamed from every newspaper, and her face, a symbol of stolen innocence, was broadcast across every television screen. The nation watched, holding its collective breath. The case transcended local news, becoming a national obsession. It was a story that every parent feared, a real-life horror unfolding in real time. The pressure on law enforcement was immense, not just from the grieving family, but from an entire country demanding justice and, more importantly, her safe return. Volunteers from all walks of life joined the search, combing through fields, forests, and abandoned buildings, fueled by hope and a shared sense of humanity. It was a community, a nation united in a single, desperate prayer. Days turned into weeks, and the initial flame of hope began to flicker, threatened by the cold wind of passing time. The investigation grew more complex, a labyrinth of dead ends and false leads. Every phone call, every tip was pursued with urgency, but each one seemed to lead them further into the darkness. For the family, each sunrise brought a fresh wave of agony, each sunset a deeper despair. They made heart-wrenching public pleas, their voices cracking with emotion, begging for their daughter's return, appealing to the conscience of whoever had taken her. Their pain was palpable, a raw, open wound on display for the world to see, and it was a pain that everyone felt with them. Then, a breakthrough. A small, seemingly insignificant detail, overlooked in the initial chaos, was re-examined. It was a tiny piece of the puzzle, but it was enough. This single clue led investigators down a new path, one that would eventually unmask the architect of this tragedy. The suspect was someone no one had expected, hiding in plain sight, a wolf in sheep's clothing living within the very community he had terrorized. The arrest sent shockwaves through the town. The face of evil was not that of a monster from a movie, but a familiar neighbor. The discovery that followed confirmed everyone's worst fears. The conclusion to this story was not the one anyone had prayed for. The nation mourned, not just for the life that was cruelly taken, but for the loss of a collective sense of security. The case left an indelible mark, changing laws, parenting, and the way communities looked at the world around them. It serves as a stark and tragic lesson about the darkness that can exist just beneath the surface of a peaceful life. Her memory endures not as a victim of a terrible crime, but as a symbol of the light that was extinguished too soon, a reminder to cherish every moment and to hold our loved ones just a little bit closer. Thank you for joining me in remembering this important story. If you found this narrative meaningful, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content that explores the human stories behind the headlines. Stay safe.